Hey everybody, my name is James Shepard, and today I am going to make a video that has probably been my most requested video that I've never made, which is how to sell merchant services over the phone. Now, there's a really good reason why I've never made this video, even though I've done consulting for many companies that sell merchant services over the phone exclusively. They close the deals, they do the paperwork, everything over the phone. The reason I've never made a video about it is because I don't want to give the wrong impression about it. Selling merchant services over the phone, meaning totally closing the deal. I'm not talking today about setting an appointment and then going out face to face. I'm talking about actually selling merchant services on the phone is extremely difficult. If you do not have a very solid background in telemarketing success, and I'm talking about selling business owners over the phone, and or you do not have leads or something to go on, which we'll talk about more in a second, I do not advise that you sell merchant services over the phone. It is an order of magnitude easier to sell merchant services face-to-face. However, I recognize there are many of you in the industry that do have a good source of leads, or you have a target audience or something where you're going to sell merchant services over the phone. And again, I've done consulting for a lot of companies that do that, several at least that I've done a lot of work with. So I want to give you my 5 keys to selling merchant services over the phone. Here we go. Ready? Number 1, you need to have an excuse for calling them. That is the most important thing right off the bat. You've got to have an excuse for calling them. If you are calling people to sell them merchant services and opening with a line like, "Hi, my name is James Shepard with XYZ Processing Company calling you about your payment processing needs," you're an idiot. You're never going to sell anybody and everyone's going to hang up on you, okay? You don't do that. You have to have a better excuse for calling. The best excuses I've seen to call is number 1, because they reached out to you. That's the best one. Pay for leads, even if it's like download this free ebook or whatever. And now you're like, "Hey, my name is James Shepard. I saw you downloaded our ebook. How'd you like that?" You know, you have an excuse to call. Or the other one, if you don't have money to buy leads, is extreme targeting. Like, "Hi, my name is James Shepard. You guys are a hair salon, right? Oh, great. Awesome. Yeah, I'm actually calling all the hair salons in Atlanta right now because we have a special partnership with the Atlanta Small Business Commerce Association and, et cetera, right? So extreme targeting. I'm calling this specific business type in this specific city, maybe even dropping the name of a couple other ones nearby. I actually just got off the phone with Susan at XYZ Company. I think they're just down the street from you, right? Or a couple over. You got to have the excuse why you're calling them, and it has to be a good excuse, okay? Why are you calling them? It has to be a good excuse, okay? That's key number 1. Number 2, show them value. Show them value instantly. Show them value instantly. Now, I am very biased because we have our instant quote tool. Go to instantquotetool.com, or if you're an ISO, you can go to isoquote.com. And what we do is we have a tool where right on the phone with them, you can get just the tiniest little bit of information, and then you can send them something. But you can do this with verticals as well. You may have a pre-created HTML email, but the idea is as quickly as possible, you need to show them value and you need to send them something. You need to become more than just a person on the phone, okay? I'm telling you, until they get something from you, preferably an email, because that just is the fastest thing, or like a text, but until they get something from you and they open it up and they read this thing that you sent them, you're just a robot. I don't care how good of a salesperson you are, they got to get something from you, okay? While you're on the phone with them, that's a key. While you're on the phone with them, they got to get something from you. Show them value of some kind. Again, if it's a specific vertical, make something about that vertical. Specific technology solution, have that, whatever, right? But you've got to give them something, okay? Number 3, you got to keep them on the phone. That's not easy, okay? Believe me. Keep them on the phone. How do you do that, okay? I'm talking here about you haven't won them over yet. They're not like moving forward with the sales process. They have objections or whatever. You got to say lines like, "Well, that's fair. One thing real quick, just one thing." You got to say lines like that. Okay, well, just let me ask you one more question real quick, and then I'll let you go. You have to say that, okay? Now one thing. Hold on, now just one thing real quick. Can I say one thing? You have to say stuff like that because you got to keep them on the phone. If you don't keep them on the phone, you're definitely not going to sell them over the phone. That's kind of obvious, right? But unfortunately, a lot of merchant service people, they don't get that. And they're like, let people off the phone. Okay, I'll call you tomorrow. They're not going to pick up the call tomorrow. They're not going to be any nicer to you tomorrow. You got to be relentless and you got to keep them on the phone. Okay, so you got to have these real quick things ready to go. You really have to know your lines. Like, you got to practice role play, role play, role play. Lots of role play. Okay, practice keeping them on the phone. Very, very important. I would even go so far as to say that if I looked at a group of 10 people all doing the same kind of, selling merchant services over the phone in the same way, calling the same group of people, the person that has the longest call time, probably has the most sales. Like, you've got to keep them on the phone within reason. Obviously, if somebody's totally not interested, then that doesn't matter. Okay. All right. That was number 3. Number 4, sell the first step. Sell the first step. Now, over the phone, you cannot sell a big, grand solution over the phone. You've got to think through, okay, what is it that they need? You can do solution selling for sure. Find out what they need, and then focus on the very first step. What action do you need them to take? Only one action, okay? Maybe you say, you know what, I do think we have some great options at point of sale and things like that, but right now you're using a terminal. I tell you what, let's do. Let's go ahead and start by just setting up your merchant account, switching that terminal out so you have some good options there, okay? Then what we'll do is, and then you go forward, right? But the idea is you've got to sell them and close them on the first step. Don't try to make a big sale over the phone. It won't work. You got to sell them in stages, not just sell them in stages like get them interested. And then I mean like actually sell them in stages. Like, the first thing you get them sold on has to be a small thing. Just complete the merchant application because we need to activate your merchant ID number. Then we can look at this next thing, right? You've got to have things like, trial offers and low risk type things. So they're not taking a lot of risk. They can try it out, right? So sell that first step. And then finally, number 5, complete the paperwork together. Complete the paperwork together, okay? Once you close them, then you say, okay, great. And I'm going to go ahead and just email the paperwork over to you. Now, there's a couple things there you might have a question on. So I'm going to hang on the line while you pull that up so we can go through it together. And if they say, well, I don't really have time right now to go through it with you, you say, oh, no problem at all. How about we set an appointment for tomorrow at 2 p.m. But you don't send the paperwork. Wait till tomorrow at 2 p.m. Send the paperwork while you're on the phone with them. You go through it. If you do not do that, I promise you they will not complete the paperwork hardly ever. Very, very difficult. The biggest challenge selling over the phone, ironically, is actually not getting them to say yes, although that's very hard. What's even harder is actually getting them to complete the paperwork when you're not standing there next to them. So the closest thing you have to that is over the phone. And you have to be on the phone with them when you do it. One last side tip I'll give you and then we'll be done. Kind of my 6th key, I guess, for the day. Show them your face. Let them see you. Okay, a lot of different ways you can do that, right? If you have their phone number, get their cell phone number, make a video right after you get off the phone with them, maybe 10 minutes later, Hey, Bill, it's great talking with you today. I just want to let you know I did send that email I told you I was going to send. I'm going to, whatever, right? Like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and then text them the video. Let them see your face. Let them see who you are. They need to get in their head you're a real person, and that's going to help them a lot. All right, real quick, 5 keys. One more time. Ready? You needed a good excuse for calling, either a lead source or extreme targeting. Number 2, show them value instantly using instantquotetool.com or something along those lines. Number 3, keep them on the phone by saying things like, just one more thing, one more question. Can I ask you one more thing? Like, you got to do lines like that, get really good role play on keeping them on the phone. Sell the first step. Don't try to make a big sale. Just sell one thing, close them, get the paperwork done, then grow the relationship. The hardest part of selling over the phone is starting the relationship. You can always grow the relationship from there. And then finally, number 5, complete the paperwork together. Make sure you're on the phone with them when they're completing the paperwork so that they will actually get it done. My name is James Shepard. Those are 5 keys to selling merchant services over the phone.